Good morning, it is Clay Trader at claytrader.com. Market opens up here any minute now. I'm going to try a live trade video, try to capture some trades as they unfold. I'm actually right on the day so far to start. I did some pre-market trading and down $18. So did a couple trades on it and didn't really go as well as I would have liked, but I can pat my back on for anything. I kept the loss nice and small and controlled, so hopefully I can overcome that, and we'll see what happens, but market should be opening up any second. All right, I did just a quick trade there. I actually wanted 500 shares, but I still had 100 set as a default. So I just hopped right out since that wasn't the position size that I wanted to begin with. So made 9 cents on it, but wanted 500 shares up at 81.89, not 100. So like I said, just hopped out just because that wasn't the trade plan to begin with. So I'm still looking, and we'll see what happens. But hey, at least I'm down to $8.80 loss. All right, I noticed CAM, it's a buyout. So that makes sense why it's really just starting to tighten up and not making barely any movement at all. But it's been literally just fluctuating back and forth. And this is not CAM chart over here. I'm actually watching gold. I'm looking for maybe a move to the downside here. But I just noticed that it was in this tight little range for the past 5 minutes. So I thought, you know what? I don't, easily is not the right word because there's nothing quote unquote easy in the market. But it just made a lot of sense to just hop in and take advantage of the 10-cent spread if I'm just going for 5 cents. So that's what I did. Just 61.75. Then I shorted at 61.75. Got out at 61.70. A very fast trade. And there. So I'm up $1.20 on the cents. My loss has been eliminated. And you're probably thinking that is some pathetic trading. But that just goes to show the power of why you want to keep your losses small. Because when you can overcome your losses by doing quote-unquote pathetic trading, that just shows how small your losses were in the first place. I said it before and I'll say it again. If you're putting yourself in, if you're taking losses where you now all of a sudden need to be a superstar trader in order to wipe away those losses are way too big in the first place. You should never have to become a superstar trader to wipe away losses. Because that just tells me that, well, why did you even let the loss get that big in the first place? But if you can be a pathetic little trader and make these stupid little trades and still wipe away the losses, well, that just tells me, hey, well done in the first place in terms of keeping your loss small. So I'm lecturing here. You're not watching this video to hear me lecture. So I'll stop and try to find some more live trades. Sorry, totally missed that one. Got short at 46.02, and then I put a stop loss in at 45.91. And then I was about to get the video recording, but as you can see, my stop loss actually triggered 6 cents above where I put it. So not the best, but now looking at the action, I'm glad I did that to at least lock in some of the profits there. So I was hoping I'd get 5 cents or 6 cents more on that. Again, I put my stop loss in at 45.91, but because GoPro's kind of jumpy, the best it could trigger it for was at an average price of 45.97. But like I said, now seeing the action, actually thinking about potentially building a short position here. So let's see if I can get some up there at 50. Looks like a potential dead cat bounce here. So let's see if we can get up there to 50 or not. I'd like to build a position up in, let's see, I'm just checking out some more numbers. Actually, gonna change this up here to 65. There we go. So I'll make my first entry point up there if it can bounce up. So let's see what happens with this one. All right, I'm gonna have to put trading on a hold real quick. There's a lag in my charting software. If you notice right here, it says 1915. All right, well, maybe it caught up. So 1915, that makes sense. Okay, 1914, 1913. All right, maybe it just caught up. Let's see. No, it's stuck at 19. There's still a little bit of lag there because when you see the price over here, it's not matching up with this price right there. So yeah, it's still a few little second lag. So yeah, 1913, notice how it's so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. It's not terrible. It's not like it's way off, but it's certainly not matched up right now. And talking with some people in the chat room, it sounds like, I don't know if it's a universal problem because somebody over at Thinkorswim, this is eSignal, my charting platform, but somebody over at Thinkorswim saying that theirs is a little laggy too. So Maybe it's just a universal thing right now. So that's kind of where things are at. I'm a little bit hesitant. All right, going for some shares here at 46.85 is a initial entry point. Actually, I think this one looks like it wants to get up over 47. So I'm gonna looking over at another chart right now. So that's where this value is coming from. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in 47.25 as my initial entry point. Just really seems like it's kind of slowly and methodically moving its way up to 47, especially when I then see the other time frame chart. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, I currently have 500 shares short at 865 on SUNE. Have another order out there to short 1,000 shares at 885 if it can get up there. So I'm kind of just in a wait and see. If it wants to pull back to 860, I'll just hop out and start the process all over again. But that's where this currently stands. So let's see if it can get up to 885 so I can build some size in this. I will keep you updated. Sorry about that. It happened super fast, but it pulled back and hit me at 860. So only $25. And I'm going to leave that order up there. I will be willing to go with 1,000 shares at 885. So we'll see if it can get up there or not. For the students of mine out there, you should know exactly why. Looking at the 2-minute chart over here, I'm at 885. So I'll just make that a little real-time quiz for any of the CTU students that are watching this. But yeah, so a rough morning. It's 10:15 a.m. Eastern time. So the market's been open 45 minutes. I'm up $51. So I guess on the bright side of things, at least I wiped away that loss. But just not a very bullish morning for the types of setups that I like. But I'm still out there looking. And then real quick, because a lot of people ask me, how does the chat room work? Well, SUNE, this one that I just traded, this actually came from my chat room, so I cannot claim that I found this one. This came from Arch Steve here, and he just looking ready to head back down on the 5-minute, to which I would agree, and that's why I ended up going short. Hasn't quite pulled back yet, but I like the chances of it, and that's why I started, or would I've liked to have built a short position in it. But just a quick little example there of how the chat room works. Like I said, I know a lot of people ask about that. So there's the alert, real time, made it at 10:12 a.m. Eastern time, which you can see right there. So that's how things work. In case you're interested, of course, would love to have you. Very fair pricing, especially when you compare against what most people charge for a year. Or excuse me, what most people charge in a month, I charge in 1 year. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. It's looking like this one's got a chance, potentially hit me up here at 885. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, I think this was my final sign that I should just probably wrap it up for the day and get started on some other things. I'll bring over the chat room again. Just how does it work? Well, here's SLB. You can see that it had pulled back and was falling, and may still fall, but you can see it got down as low as that point after being up here. And you can see that in the chat room I alerted. Whoops. Let's try that again. Nothing like doing these live, but you can see here in the chat room I alerted it right down here. SLB, nice risk versus reward from short side. So I'm meaning shorted on the 2-minute, and that's the chart that we're looking at. And then you can see, it did fall, but of course I alerted it. Then I got distracted, and now you can see that is indeed would have made a very nice short side trade as it falls here. So it is what it is, though. Like I said, I guess just not my morning. But in my defense a little bit, there's just not that much out there currently. So I just haven't really been able to capitalize on anything really. But anyways, I'm just going to wrap things up. And I finally, at the end, just want to cover the big question that I get most common. How am I finding these setups? So, for example, how did I find SLB to know to alert it to my chat room? And so I want to go over that. And that is what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about, the tools that I do use to find stocks like SLB and, all the different types of setups that I like. So if that's something that you think could add some value to you as a trader, then go ahead and click right there and I will email you the guide. It's super short and to the point. It's just one page, so it's not like you have to read a novel or anything like that. And like I said, it's totally free, so it's a good risk versus reward setup for you. So like I said, if you're interested, go ahead and click that and I'll email it to you. Thanks for watching. I kind of apologize because it is what it is in the world of trading that, I couldn't get a few more exciting trades, but, just some mornings are going to be like this. So get out there, trade without emotion.